Hey guys, happy Thursday to everybody. I wanted to pop on and make this video because this was much requested by multiple people recently, and over time people have asked and reached out to me to share. So that's what I'm going to do today. I've pulled out some of my most coveted, most loved newborn baby go-to outfits that I have acquired over the years. Some are quite old, and then others are newer additions that I've added to my favorites. So I'm going to go through quickly, well, as quick as possible, all of my newborn favorites. So what do I mean by newborn favorites? We all have favorite things. We all run out and buy things for our dolls when we get them. However, I tend to hold off. I don't buy a whole lot for, especially my newborn size babies, because I have grown this plethora of favorite outfits and or things that I want and need to put a new doll in. And because newborn size, or large newborn or standard newborn size, is my most favorite to collect, it's been easy to kind of build up a favorites stash, if you will, and I'm going to share that with you. So I've mentioned, so what brought this on? I mentioned in a lot of my videos that I will say this is one of my most favorite of the outfits that I have, and I've had it for years and things like that. So that's what prompted. I've had several messages, especially over on Instagram, of would I please do a video sharing those go-to favorites. People are interested in these things, so I'm happy to share. It's been a bit, and recently in one of my more recent videos, I had another person request doing this video. So I've pulled out, this is only some of, I have more, but these are like the core favorites, and I'll explain as I go through. So these are the first three that I'm going to share with you. You guys have seen this one if you've followed me for any length of time. These are Next first size sleepers. I have recently purchased some of the zipper first size sleepers. I didn't include that in this video because they're newer favorites. And it depends on the baby and how the baby is proportioned, and it has to be the perfect size for zipper. So I just left them out of this video. But this is probably my all-time favorite sleeper, hands down. There's a story behind this one. I've had for years, and it took me years to find it because I saw it on a doll fan post of one of the artists and or collectors that I follow, and she eventually allowed me to, well, we did a trade, but she sent this to me because she knew I'd been looking for it and I couldn't find it. So there are those coveted items that I have searched for and been able to find. This was not one of them. So I just love the whimsical print on it, and I love the color variations. It's so cute to me. All-time favorite. So Monroe wears this. I'm sure Addie will wear this. I love it. Absolutely love it. So that's probably the most favorite sleeper I have ever had and still have. This is another Next sleeper that is, very cute as well. It's the whimsical designs. This is the fairy whimsical design that they did. This is quite a number of years ago. I've got the dress in this. I've got the basic onesie, and I've got this in 2 sizes because I've decided that I like a little bit more snug fit with the Next brand sleepers because they're wider. So it just fills out for my babies. For the typical size I buy, they fill out the smaller size, the first size, best. And this is also a Next sleeper. I've had it since right around the time right before I got Monroe. This is long before Monroe, very much long before Monroe, but this is right around the time that I purchased Monroe and brought her home that I love this. It's a watercolor, beautiful for boys or girls, but I really love the color variations on that as well. And I love how it's slightly whimsical, but yet it's sort of not. I don't know. But it's beautiful, and it's another favorite of mine that every year Monroe wears, you know, throughout the year. Every year I've had Monroe, she's worn these. And you've seen Monroe recently in this. This is Gymboree. This is also one of my top favorites, especially how it fits Monroe. I haven't put it on Addie yet. I haven't put any of these on Addie yet, but I will. And I just love the print. It's super cute. It fits. You'll notice that these are all very similar in size. Some might be wider than others, but you notice the length of them are about the same. And this is a newborn size up to 7 pounds. The little sleeves on it are short. That's the only difference on this one, but I make it work. But I love, and I have the blanket. I have a whole bunch of different sets that go with this because I love it so much. Next, I have a Jacquetie go-to sleeper. I've also had this roughly right around the same time I got Monroe. Oh, and by the way, that is many, many, many years old, since Gymboree isn't even around anymore. Can't find it. I've looked for additional items, cannot find anything. So if you're lucky to stumble across something, it's very, very cute. This is a Jacquetie. It's one of their summer, it was the summer that I got Monroe that I purchased this. And I actually have 2 of them because I love them so much that I wanted to have a spare just in case. But it's just a pink and white striped with the little buttons in the back sleeper. And again, it's the same length. It fits Monroe like a glove. I'm gonna put it on Addie. I'm sure it'll be beautiful, but I love the little apron neckline on it. It's cute, and it looks beautiful on a baby. And I love, for especially bent leg babies, which I will go for bent leg babies all day long. The fact that it doesn't have any buttons down the front, it lays nice. It fits nicely. The cotton is beautiful that it's made from. It's just beautiful all the way around. So then I'm gonna go to my more recent love, which is these Loved Baby sleepers. And why I say it's more recent is because I haven't had Loved Baby sleepers for nearly as long as I've had the neck sleepers, because the neck sleepers are always tend to go to when I want to buy something new for sleepers. However, I have found that the Loved Baby sleepers are now one of my all-time favorites. They're a go-to, they're a staple, but it's only for the right baby because these are zippered. I do have a snapped, I have the, I think it's the 0 to 3 month size snap sleeper in blush, but it's big, it runs big. I have found that for newborn size babies, as long as they're the right size, the preemie up to, I think it's up to like 7 pounds sleeper in the zipper, they fit beautifully. They fit Monroe beautifully. She fills it out like she's just about to grow out of it. And I currently have the blush zipper for size on Addie, and I literally don't want to take her out of it because it's that perfect on her. I love how it looks, but like I said, it's on the right baby. It has to be the right baby. 2 benta legs on a vinyl reborn, it's probably not going to lay right. With Monroe, because she's super bent leg, but she's soft silicone, it does lay perfectly, and she just fills it out beautifully. So those are my latest. I have these in various colors. I just love them. Love them. Can't say enough about them. And then we have this Jules sleeper. I have a plethora of Jules sleepers. This is the newborn size. You'll see again, it's a running common theme here is the size of these. This is their newborn size, and I just love their whimsical designs. I have one that has horses on it. I have one that has like farm things on it, but it's all in like pretty colors, but not too crazy. So this is also a go-to staple for me, are going to be the Jules newborn size sleepers. Love them. But again, it depends on the proportions of the baby and how they fill it out. So some of my newborn size dolls over the years just haven't fit them well, so they don't get to wear them. So it really depends. So Addie will be trying all of these on at some point in time, and we'll see how they fit her. This is a newer edition, which by the way, I've had these, all of the Jewels ones. I haven't purchased any recently. These are all so old. Love Baby. These are more recent within the last year. They are current still. The style is current. The colors are current, so you can find them there. Now this is Kite Baby, which you guys have seen the same print on Junie June, because I have it in the bigger size as well, but this is their preemie newborn size. And it's so soft and stretchy. Love it on Monroe. You've seen it on her if you've been following me for very long. I love the little, I'm not usually into like the Pegasus unicorn theme, but this one I loved the variation of colors, so I went and got it. I'm glad I did. It was a limited edition print they no longer are selling. So unless you can find a secondhand, I don't think that they're offering this anymore, but they have other whimsical designs and pretty colors and prints. So I love the stretchiness of it, because even though it looks small, because it is in comparison, this has a much stretchier type of fabric, so it fits Monroe like a glove, and I love it on her. So this will definitely be tried on Addie. So let's move along to some knits, some knitwear. This is a set from Menudis that I have had for years, and my dog is outside the door wanting to come in. I don't want her to jump on the bed, clearly. So this is a much coveted, much loved, my go-to, and it's been that way for many years. So it's a collection of Menudis brand knits that I acquired it, like everything I could get my hands on when it was offered, and these were purchased through the Children's Salon. Now, I know the Children's Salon still offers some of these items, but not all of them. So the things that I am aware of that I think they still offer is going to be this set here. The footed leggings with the kimono style crossover sweater. I don't think they offer the blush pink with the white star any longer, which this is so loved. This is one of those first things I put on babies. Love it. And what I did is when they were available, I purchased them all, and I'm so glad I did, because this is like one of my most favorite colors. As you guys know, the blush pink, it's my thing. So these are all mix and match stuff, so that's why I purchased them all. And then the blanket is underneath. The blanket, you can see at the very top, is the part of the white star that matches this. The blanket, I don't believe is any longer available either, because they've done a new variation in different colors, but it's a different style. Rue, quit it. But these are lovely because you can pair them with each other. So they create some of the most beautiful looks. A lot of times I'll put like a nice collared onesie underneath these. They're my go-to. This is a brand that is absolutely beautiful. The blanket itself is the one that people ask the most about that I use for a swaddle. It is the perfect size. It is the perfect stretchiness. I've used it tons. It hasn't gotten stretched out. It's just beautiful, and it's perfect for swaddling and just wrapping around your baby. So these are always a go-to staple for me. I still love them all. They're beautiful, beautiful. I've had these for years, but like I said, I think this set is still available. I haven't seen the others, and I haven't seen this particular blanket. But you can find that they have newer versions over on the Children's Salon. So if you are interested in this brand, go check them out, because it's beautiful. So let's move over to these two onesies. This one has been worn. This one has not. So I just recently showed you Addie's personalized onesie. Okay, so these are the onesies that I originally got from Monroe a number of years ago, and the Etsy shop has since closed. I have yet to find another Etsy shop that can create something this close or this beautiful. And what I love about this is it's the Gerber brand onesie. It's just the basic onesie, the cheapest of cheapest onesies, but they fit the babies best. What I love about it is it's not only just the onesie, but it's also the font and how it's on there. You can see this one's it's a little bit more stretched out, which bums me out. So I'm being very careful with it. This is something that says Claire Taylor Dolls that will go, it's usually kept with Monroe's Originals, and she wears this one. But I absolutely love these. I wish the shop had never closed down. I have yet to find another shop that makes onesies that I love quite as much as these. The other ones are still beautiful, don't get me wrong, but these are just my favorite, and I'm so bummed that I can't get more of them for my current babies. So now let's move along to rompers. Rompers are my favorite. So we'll start with the Jacqueline one. This is actually, I think, was part of this line at the same time. I got it around the same time when I got Monroe, or right before. This is beautiful. If it's a full body silicone, they're gonna wear this as is. You can put a onesie underneath, but generally it's just, I put it on Monroe. I love it on her. It's a beautiful shade of pink. I love the details, the little flutter around the shoulders or around the top of the arms. It's a beautiful little romper. This one I know you guys have seen on Monroe. I put it on her every year because it's a favorite. And this one is a Babadoo brand. Had it for years, had it long, long, long before I ever had Monroe. So it's many, many years old, but I love it. I have put this on pretty much every newborn size baby I've gotten. Monroe wears it with or without a onesie underneath. In the perfect, like in a hot summer day with a little sun hat, this is my go-to for Monroe. I love how it ties on the shoulders, so it's perfectly adjustable, but it's so light and airy, and it's got like little, they look like polka dots, but they're just sewn in. But it's such a light, beautiful fabric. And I just love the details of it because it just looks so perfectly sized on Monroe especially, but I will also try it on Addie with like a nice onesie underneath. But it's one of my go-tos with a sun hat. This one you will have seen on Addie recently because this is also a go-to. This is a classic Jacqueline. I have had this, it's probably considered vintage. It's how long I've had this. This, I believe, is my very first Jacqueline purchase I ever made, ever. Jacqueline now, it's so old, they don't ever do like single ply fabrics any longer. All of their rompers are now lined, but this is so old. But I love polka dots. I love stripes, common theme. It's got the perfect ruffle collar. It's the first time I discovered Jacqueline. And I was like enthralled because back then, like now you can see pretty ruffle collars on baby items in most every country. It's very popular and easy to find them. But back when I got this, I had never seen a collar like this. This is what started my love and passion for the Jacqueline brand. And I have never looked back, but like, it's just beautiful. The details on the design, even on the back, is just beautiful. They just such attention to detail. So this is a go-to that I wanted to see Addie in. So the first day she got here, she went in this for a short period of time. Love. Still to this day, one of my all-time favorites. I just love it. And then my final piece that I'm going to show you, this is a Chloe piece. If you know anything about the brand Chloe, it's a high-end designer who makes beautiful baby clothes. I've had this probably almost as long as I've had that. It's very old, but it's well kept. As you see, it's perfect condition. Also has the beautiful little collar detail, but not too large. Just a pretty accent. And this is a built-in, it's like a dress and romper all in one piece that zips up the back and also buttons up the back. It's just beautiful. And on the right, baby, because you have to have obviously full arms. But this fits Monroe beautifully. This will be tried on Addie because she's got full limbs. But it's just a beautiful little piece, and the color of it is just chef's kiss, guys. You'll notice the common theme about a lot of these are simply that I love a lot of pink or pink accents. I have these specific items, and why do we keep or I can answer for myself only, but why do I have this go-to? Why do I need to have these go-tos? Because when I receive a new baby, and this is just something I've done for years, whenever I've gotten a new baby, in order for them to feel like they're mine, I need to put them in something that I love. Not that they don't, I've had like what Addie arrived in. It was gorgeous. But to make her feel like she's mine and start that bonding process, I just need to pick the right outfit that I want to see the new baby in so that that bonding process can begin. And it starts for me with the outfit choice and my go-to favorites and surrounding that new baby with the things that I love, and that is the clothing. So that's why I have my go-tos. And hopefully you guys have enjoyed seeing my go-tos. And for those that asked, I'm sorry it took me so long to get around to this, but I finally did it, guys, and hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you can acquire some of these pieces, they're all well made, they're loved, but everybody I think has their go-to. Feel free to share if you have a core set of baby clothes that you have as a go-to, that when you get a new doll, you immediately want to put them in it. Because I'd be curious to know if I cannot be the only one, but yeah, this is my happy place. I've acquired these over the years and I'm so glad I kept them, and no matter what comes and goes, these are the core pieces that I will always keep. And I have more, but these are like the solid top contenders that are my go-to pieces. So there you have it, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed this little sharing. Feel free to share if you have your core pieces as well. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a great week. It's almost Friday, hallelujah. And I will be back very soon to do another video with either Monroe or Addie. I haven't decided yet, but you will see me very soon, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.